I want to serve Jesus Christ in the best way I can. And I realized, like, I should be, I'm young, I'm not that useful, I'm not that skilled. So I should work on improving my skills. If I'm gonna spread the gospel, I need to become a good speaker and good with people and good at work. In generally, I need to become more competent. So I decided to ask my friend who has a restaurant if he needs any help in the restaurant, if I can get a part-time job. And immediately he said yes. So I started working at that restaurant like 4 days ago. And yesterday I acted with courage, and God rewarded it immediately. So God really, really doesn't want us to have the spirit of cowardice. I think it's like in the Bible it says like 350 times, do not be afraid. This is like a command from God, that whenever fear comes, we need to face it. And yesterday in that restaurant, there came two rich people. And they were, drinking a lot, and they were tipping the waitress and making fun and those, like, they were just fooling around, and they were drunk. And I kind of talked to them, and without any, I didn't care that they are rich. Like, to me, they were the same as other people. I treated them the same way. I talked back to them, like, with jokes, because he tried to, like, tease me or something, and I tease him back, like, I don't give a fuck who you are. And that other guy was telling me, you don't know who this is, he's a director of some big firm. I don't give a fuck, he's a human, like you, like me, like everyone else. And what happened later is, those guys were so drunk, like, they needed a ride. But in our small town, you cannot get a taxi. There's no taxi service because everyone drives themselves. There's no need for taxi usually. But these guys were not from our town. They were like 1 hour drive away. So what ended up happening is I became their personal driver, chauffeur. Like, because they needed a ride home because they would crash the car. They were really drunk. So I got to drive his new car, like BMW X5, some automatic car. I never drove automatic in my life. And they just gave me the car, like, we decided like this, okay, you're gonna drive us, and my boss was like, fine, you can leave. And that rich guy gave 50 euros to my boss, and I'm also gonna get paid, they said. So he asked me, how much do I want? And I don't know what I should charge. I said 30 euros, which is not a lot. And then they later told me, like, you should have said 80 euros, 100 euros. So what's the matter with you, And I'm like, yeah, I know I'm stupid, but I don't care. And then later I said, okay, I'll go if you give me 30 euros for me and 30 euros for my brother, who's gonna come pick me up into your city that's far away, because I'm gonna drive their car there and I need a ride back. So my brother picked me up later. So, okay, 60 euros. We said, okay, and we go and we drive. And I drive them home. And at the end, he said, how much do I owe you? Like, he was drunk and forgetful. And I said 60 euros. Okay. And he opened his wallet and he had like 200 euros in. He said, I don't have any change. But then he called his wife to prepare the money at home. And when I dropped him off, like he in the car, he said, you know what? I'm gonna give you 80 euros, you know? And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I mean, no need, but thank you. And then we go to his door of the house, and he has an envelope with money, and there's just like 50 euros in the envelope. And he is looking, and he gives me two notes for 50 euros. So he gives me 100 euros. And I'm like looking in my wallet if I have 20 to return him. I only had 10. So I give him 10. I said, I can give you this back. And no. And he's like, you ain't gonna give me anything back, you know. So he gave me 100 euros. And then he said, like, come in for a drink. We're gonna have one more drink. And then while he's preparing the drink, he gives me another 50 euros. Just, I'm gonna also give you this. And then when my brother came for me, he said, tell your brother to come in. And he also gave 50 euros to my brother. And then we drank some expensive cognac with him. And then we went home. But it was so crazy, like, what an adventure, like. And I believe this was organized by God, because no way, bro. The easiest, you cannot. How can you earn like that? 200 euros, me and my brother earned in, just for driving the guy 1 hour away and back. Bro, that's not work. I mean, it is work, but not really. So, to someone who ain't a believer, who ain't a follower of Christ, this may look like, good luck, a coincidence. It can happen. But bro, this is so hard to happen, this whole scenario. So many things have to work out for this to happen. And I know God made it happen. God rewards our righteousness, but He also punishes our unrighteousness. So this is how God provides for His children. If you're gonna start obeying God and start spreading His gospel, the true gospel, God will provide you with whatever you need. And what do fake gospel preachers do? They beg for money. They ask for donations, and they beg for money instead of giving money away. Do you see me beg for money? This is how you can know a false prophet from a true prophet. Like one of the ways, one of the signs, is to look if he's asking you for money or not. Because Jesus said, by their fruit you will know them, by their actions, what they do, what they say. So I don't need to ever beg people, because I preach, because I obey God. God organizes events so I get what I need. Just think about this. If I tried to do this on my own, to start a taxi service, if I organized a business and tried to organize it myself, I wouldn't have any business in my town for days, and my business would fail, you know. Every once in a while I would get a small client, and I wouldn't get paid like this. But because God organized it, you know, I didn't need to start a business, get a business license, do all kind of shit just for me to get nothing. I got overpaid. I didn't even ask for together 200 euros, but I got it, you know. That guy suddenly felt really generous and decided to give me much more than I asked, and it was an easy job that was well paid, because where I work in that restaurant I made less money than with that single trip that was organized by God, you know.